On this day in Tudor history, the 17th of November 1558, Elizabeth I became Queen of England and Ireland. But today I'm not going to talk about her actual accession following the death of her half-sister Mary I. I've done that before. Instead, let's explore what came next, how that single event grew into one of the most colourful, enduring and patriotic celebrations in English history, Accession Day. For over 2 centuries, November the 17th was Accession Day, Queen Elizabeth's Day or Queen's Day, a blend of devotion, pageantry and Protestant pride that lasted well beyond Elizabeth's lifetime. From the 1570s onward, Accession Day was marked every year across the realm. Church bells rang out in every town and village, bonfires blazed, psalms were sung, and effigies of the Pope, and sometimes even the devil himself, were burned in noisy defiance of Catholic Europe. It was both a national festival and a statement of faith, celebrating not only the Queen's reign, but the Protestant identity that had come to define her England. In 1576, Archbishop Edmund Grindal even issued a special service, a form of prayer with thanksgiving, to be read in every parish. It compared Elizabeth to the great reforming kings of the Old Testament, Hezekiah, Josiah and Jehoshaphat, rulers who defended true religion against corruption. The prayers thanked God for preserving the Queen from her enemies, both bodily and ghostly, and asked for the continued protection of this realm from the tyranny of Antichrist. But in London, Accession Day was more than prayer and thanksgiving. It was theatre. Every year, the Accession Day tilts were held at Whitehall Palace, spectacular tournaments where courtiers and noblemen competed in jousts and pageants before the Queen. One German visitor, Luitpold von Wedel, described the 1584 tilt in vivid detail. He wrote of thousands of spectators crowding the stands near Whitehall's barriers, paying a penny each for a view. Elizabeth and her ladies watched from a long gallery above, and below them knights paraded in armour, accompanied by servants in fantastical costumes, some dressed as savages, others as Irishmen with hair down to their girdles, and even carriages disguised as elephants. Before each combat, the knight servant climbed the steps to address the Queen with a speech or poem, sometimes serious, sometimes comic, before offering a gift in his master's name. Only then did the challenger receive permission to enter the lists and break his lances. Wedel tells us the costs were enormous, thousands of pounds, and that the tilts went on until dusk, ending only when Robert Dudley, Earl of Leicester, as Master of the Horse, gave the signal to stop. For Elizabeth's courtiers, it was the highlight of the year, a chance to display not only skill and splendour, but loyalty and wit before the Virgin Queen herself. It was chivalry reinvented for the age of Gloriana. But it wasn't just for nobles, it was a day of public celebration. People saw Elizabeth as the saviour of England's faith, the Protestant heroine who delivered the realm from papal tyranny. In some towns, bonfires were lit in her honour. In others, the bells rang as they had on her coronation day. And children sang ballads celebrating the Queen's deliverance from plots and enemies. Even after Elizabeth's death, Accession Day survived. Her successors found it politically useful, a Protestant monarch whose memory could unify a divided people. Pamphlets and sermons remembered her as England's Deborah, the virtuous ruler who defeated Spain and protected the Church. By the 17th century, these festivities were sometimes indistinguishable from bonfire night, with crowds burning the Pope in effigy and lighting fireworks, a blend of religion, rebellion and entertainment that endured right into the 18th century. And in 2005, the Devonshire village of Berry Pomeroy revived the custom. After evensong in the parish church, the villagers gathered by a bonfire where an effigy of Satan was burnt, a 21st century echo of the great Elizabethan festival. I don't know whether they've continued celebrating it. If you're local to Berry Pomeroy, perhaps you'll tell me. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this look at the celebrations of Elizabeth I's Accession Day, please give it a like, subscribe and ring the bell for more regular Tudor history. And tell me in the comments, if you could attend one Elizabethan Accession Day tilt, which knight would you want to see joust for the Queen's favour? I'll see you soon. Bye bye.